because preparation without testing yourself is in vain. You have to keep on testing yourself to what extent you are good at taking out the questions and all. Apart from these classes, now you better you can follow the other sources like GK Today, Jagrat News. Okay, but keeping in the mind the ongoing topics and concepts. That's it. Right. Now let's start with the August current affairs. The very first topic that will be very interesting, that is India's national news from India celebrated Chabahar Day to unlock the potential of trade with Central Asia. Fine. So here the point is you need to understand what exactly this Chabahar means. I'll tell you one thing. Here in the map you can see on the screen, where is India? This is India. This is India. Okay. And to the northwest of India you have Pakistan. And to that northwest, if you still go further west, you will be having the Afghanistan and then Iran. Okay. And this entire part is called Central Asia. This is called Central Asia. And this is Russia. Cool. Okay. If you take out over this map, this is India, where you have a western port in Gujarat called Khandla Port. And from Khandla Port, this is the complete Arabian Sea, okay, where you can enter to the frontier of Iran. This is Iran frontier. This is the point. So this is the point where Chabahar port is being built by India with an association of Iran and Afghanistan. So what are the countries which have been associated with the building of the Chabahar port? It is India, it is Iran, and it is Afghanistan. First fact. Second fact is exactly the Chabahar port is in which territory, which country's territory. It is Iran, the country called Iran territory, where you can see this is the entire Iran, and you can see the red point here where the Chabahar port is being built. Okay, fine. That's Iran. And most importantly, why do we need this port? Why do we need this Chabahar port? The point is that you already know that we did not have a good relation with the neighboring country called Pakistan. So in order to have an access to Central Asia, for us, initially we used to go through the Wagah border, enter into Pakistan, and then directly we used to enter into the Central Asia. This is the route. This is the traditional route we used to maintain. But unfortunately, because of the worsening relation with this country called Pakistan, later, the Pakistan denied the permission to India to go through or to have a transit across its country. So that is why we are trying to find out an alternative route to bypass Pakistan. If you carefully observe this route, this is the Chabahar port map from Kandla port and sometimes from Mumbai also. There will be an access to Chabahar port. Here you can see the access to Chabahar. Fine. And from the Chabahar port, there is a committed construction. I mean, India committed to construct the highway towards entering into Afghanistan. This is the Afghanistan border. Okay, this is called Zaranj Highway, Zaranj Dilaram Highway. This is called. And in this way, you will get into the Afghanistan. Okay. So once you got to the Afghanistan, now we come to this map. Once you got to this Afghanistan, easily you can enter to, the Tajikistan part and also to the Turkmenistan part, and the options are very open to the Uzbekistan part. Mostly we will choose to go through Tajikistan part because with Tajikistan we have very good relations. We already have one establishment around Tajikistan. Like we have an embassy in Tajikistan. We have Air Force base also in Tajikistan. In this way, you can just go access the Central Asia. Sir, why to access the Central Asia? That is the question here. Central Asia is the den of, energy reserves. It is the den of energy reserves, where you will find huge amount of crude oil reserves, like hydrocarbon reserves. You understand? So, hydrocarbon reserves. So, here the point is, India, we with the growing population, India is a great country with good population. Next year we are going to like overpass the China. So we need energy resources, energy security we need. Okay, but unfortunately, if you consider the whole the world map, you have to only depend upon the Middle Eastern countries like Saudi Arabia, like Oman, like Kuwait. Only the Arab countries you have to depend upon for the import of crude oil. Only one source we have. In this kind of situation, what will help us? If we have 2 or 3 more sources now, diversification of the import sources of crude oil is very much important for us now. That was why we are looking for another reason in this world so that it can provide the necessary energy reserves for us. You understand? So that is why we need the Chabahar port to access the Central Asia. This is very important. So recently India celebrated the Chabahar Day. I'll be telling you what is that day. For what purpose? To unlock the potential of trade with Central Asia. Because whenever you discuss about Chabahar, even though it is a part of Iran, but the Chabahar is meant to make India access to Central Asia. This is very clear. Another strategic importance about this like Chabahar port is, see, I'll tell you. If you carefully observe here, there is a point here. This is the red point is the Chabahar port point. This black point is the Gwadar port. Wait, I'll highlight that. Gwadar port. This Gwadar port belongs to Pakistan, where Gwadar port being developed by China under CPEC, under the project called CPEC. That is China Pakistan Economic Corridor. Again, I'm repeating. China Pakistan Economic Corridor. It was just around 72 kilometers away from Chabahar port. The distance between Chabahar port and Gwadar port is just 72 kilometers only. So it is very near. Yes. So it is very much near. That is the geographical significance of Chabahar port. The only like aim for India to have an interest in Chabahar port is to bypass the Pakistan to access the Central Asia. That's it. I hope this concept is clear for you. Okay. Now let's get into the content, facts. I told you recently the Union Minister, the Government of India, have celebrated the Chabahar Day. What is the Chabahar Day? This is the July 31st, 2022. This is Chabahar Day. So, just please note down Chabahar Day. That is July 31st, 2020. Now, who is the Union Minister for Ports, Shipping and Waterways and Oish also? He is Sarbananda Sonowal. He is basically from Assam. Okay. Assam. Okay. So before becoming a Union Minister of Ports, Shipping, Waterways and Oish also. Okay. He used to he was the Chief Minister of Assam. And like after becoming, he left the Chief Ministership of Assam and he was escalated towards the Union Ministry of Ports, Shipping, Waterways and Ayush. Okay. Here the Ayush, I guess it is meant for, that is Ayurveda, Yoga, Unani, Siddha, Homeopathy. Again, I'm repeating. It is Ayurveda. Next, it is Yoga. It is Unani. It is Siddha and Homeopathy. Got it? And the same Sarbanand Sonowal was the Minister for Ayush also. Clear? So this is the point. So this is the very first topic which you have to be very careful about, the facts like Chabahar Day, Union Minister, about Ayush and about Chabahar as a map. Cool. Now let us get to the next topic. Now focus on the next topic only. That is Indian government released a commemorative postage stamp to honor tricolored designer P. Venkaya. P. Venkaya means Pingali Venkaya. Okay, see, Pingali Venkaya was a freedom fighter who has actually designed our tricolor flag. You know how the tricolor flag, it is there. So our tricolor flag was designed by Pingali Venkaya. Okay, so Recently, Indian government has released a postage stamp because usually the stamps, have you ever seen the stamp? So on the stamp, you will be having some kind of freedom fighter, some kind of personalities over there. So in the same way, Pingal Venkaya, like as a personality, very important personality, commemorating his own contributions by designing the tricolor flag. A commemorative postage stamp has been released by the Indian government to honor, okay, the great Pingal Venkaya. Okay. So, the government of India released a special commemorative postage stamp to mark, please mark, that 2022 is the year of 146th birth anniversary of Pingal Venkaya, the designer of India's national flag. Clear? Now let's get to the next topic. Recently, Lok Sabha of Parliament has approved Wildlife Protection Amendment Bill 2021. Okay. First of all, I just want to tell you what exactly the Wildlife Protection Act. See, first we have Wildlife Protection Act, which was made in the year 1972. Okay, in the year 1972. So, in the year 1972, Wildlife Protection Act have been made in order to conserve, protect, and safeguard some of the wild animals in the forest. Okay, by providing them conservation facilities, that is both in situ conservation or ex situ conservation. Why? Because those kind of wild animals are probably over a period of time they are becoming extinct. They are becoming endangered and they are becoming extinct. So, అటువంటి wild animals కాపాడటం కోసం అని చెప్పేసి the Parliament of India in 1972 it has made the Wildlife Protection Act. You understood? So, the point here is that like this Wildlife Protection Act is subjected to the amendment recently by producing a bill seeking amendment to the Wildlife Protection Act 1972, and this bill was introduced in Lok Sabha in the year 2021. Recently, the Lok Sabha have approved this bill. So, amendment means nothing but change. Some sort of changes you will get through this amendment. Then, what is the change you would get through this amendment bill for this Wildlife Protection Act? The change is simple. There is another topic called sites. That sites topic I'll explain you now. This sites topic, the sites concept will be coming under this Wildlife Protection Act. Till now, this sites, it is an individual initiation by the government of India. Okay, sites. Basically, not by the government of India, I'm sorry, by the global, let's say, countries, individual initiation, where government of India has signed that it will honor the provisions, okay, of the sites agreement. Okay, now what this Wildlife Protection Amendment Bill is doing, the Wildlife Protection Amendment Bill is making these sites as a part of this amendment bill. That is the most important thing. Now let us get to what is sites. Okay, see, the Wildlife Protection Amendment Bill 2021 is approved by the Lok Sabha. This is the main highlight of, main headline. The Wildlife Protection Act of 1972 already protects a number of species, but the proposed legislation, that is this amendment, would also implement sites, that is the convention, okay, on international trade in endangered species of wild fauna and flora. The point is, here the fauna means animals, flora means plants. Fauna means animals, flora means plants. Okay. The point is, we come across different news articles where some animals were traded. Some animals products, let's say, like ivory tusks of elephants, the horn of tiger, the skin of tiger. You got it right. So these kind of wild animals, its body parts or products is very usual enough to trade, to export or to import, let's say. But here the problem is that even for the purpose of trade, which gives you economic benefits, the hunters are poaching these animals, are hunting down these animals, and the count of these animals are day by day gradually reducing. So that was why the global countries have sat and they have concluded an agreement called CITES, that is Convention on International Trade in Endangered Species of Wild fauna and the flora. What these sites will do, what it will do, it will prevent the trade. It will prevent the trade of the animals, and not all the animals and plants. It will prevent the trade of the fauna and flora which are wild, which should be endangered. It should be listed under endangered list. See, like we will be having IUCN. You know that. I guess you have an idea. That is International Union for Conservation of Nature. Okay, this IUCN will release a list called Red List. Okay, in a kind of red data book. What do this red data book constitute? The red data book constitutes the list which kind of flora and fauna, animals or plants are endangered or critical or vulnerable, okay, or critically endangered or extinct. This kind of classification is being provided by the IUCN through its red data book. Okay, so here the point is this. Like whatever the red data book is providing such a certain kind of fauna and flora is under endangered species, those endangered species are subjected not to trade. So first of all, not to hunt down and not to trade this. So in order to prevent the trading and hunting down these endangered species, the sites have been enacted. Now the point is, this implementation of this sites agreement will be the responsibility of wildlife protection at this time. Because this bill has already been approved by Lok Sabha, and next if this same bill has been, if so it is approved by the Rajya Sabha, then if once the President of India gives the assent, then the Wildlife Protection Amendment Act will become. Then sites will be, implementation of this agreement called sites will be the responsibility of this act. This is clear, right? Okay. Sites, it is an international agreement between governments where Indian government has signed to implement that one. Its aim is to ensure that international trade in specimens of wild animals and plants does not threaten the survival of the species. What do you mean by survival of the species? We trade just one, can't that count tagaku. So that is the point here. This is about the next. This is about the this topic. Now let's get into the next topic. I hope you all are clear. Okay, so please don't get into more number of topics. No. Focus on a single topic. Try to understand the topics. Okay, fine. Next, yeah. Now, yeah, in August, okay, the senior most judge of the Supreme Court, that is UU Lalit. Justice Lalit, UU Lalit was in line to become the next Chief Justice of India. And of course, now what is the current affair? Because we are in November, right? So this UU Lalit was appointed as the 49th CJI. Okay. And now recently, couple of days back in the last week, we have got the 50th CJI also. Okay. Whose name was D.Y. Chandrachud. Wait, I will write here. D.Y. Chandrachud. Okay, D.Y. Chandrachud. Now we got the 50th CJI. Of course, now we are in, technically we are now in, the August one. So, UU Lalit is set to become the next Chief Justice of India. Okay, after Justice N.V. Ramana, once he left the office, he will be appointed by the President of India. See, here, so there are basic facts you have to discuss because you are heading towards the Lawcet examination. Huh? So, judiciary will be a very important topic for your law examination. So, the point is, see, in a kind of appointments, the Chief Justice of India will be appointed by the President of India. You got it? President of India. Where the Chief Justice of India will be appointed on the basis of seniority, not merit basis. You got it? So basically, see, I'm simply saying that after N.V. Ramana, UU Lalit is the next becoming CJI. After UU Lalit, D.Y. Chandrachud will be the next becoming CJI. You got it right? In that way. You may ask me, sir, what would be the tenure of this CJI? It will be interesting one. The tenure is like the CJ can be in the office till he acquire the 65 years. or 6 years ka tenure, whichever he comes first. Like for example, let's say NV Ramana, he is already 65, but he has served as the Chief Justice only for 1.5 years. He has not completed the 6.5 year tenure, 6 years tenure, but he has to retire because the upper limit of the tenure is 65 years for Chief Justice. You're understanding? That is the tenure. Okay, so there will be no fixed tenure for Chief Justice of India because as per the seniority, he would always be kind of 60 plus only. So there would be a very rare chances to complete the 6 years tenure by anyone. This is about the Supreme Court Chief Justice of India. Cool. Next topic, we'll head towards the next topic. Ramsar sites. Recently, India adds 10 new wetlands in the list. We will have a table of the wetlands also, but before that, what do you mean by wetland? See, if you go to the environment topic, okay, you know that let's say I'll introduce you some kind of new perspective and new topic. Species, that might be flora and that might be fauna also, right? If you carefully observe, not the flora and fauna which are similar, not similar flora or similar fauna will be found everywhere throughout the world. Okay, the climatic changes, but the flora maruti, fauna maruti. So here, like wetland is referred to an ecosystem. This is simply one of the ecosystem. Just like how we have forest, plains, plateaus, okay, providing some kind of environment. In the same way, wetland is also providing the environment, which is the house for, it is the house for the endangered species. It is the house for endangered species. When the wetland are subjected to the home for endangered species, obviously it would be the government responsibility to conserve those endangered species in the wetlands, right? So in order to conserve those species in the wetlands, first of all, the government has to conserve, has to protect these wetlands, okay, from becoming extinction. That was why it is called, we have a agreement called Ramsar sites. It talks about wetlands. So the most kind of famous question in couple of examinations, that is the concept of Ramsar sites is associated with what? Which of the following? It is wetlands. Understanding. So recently India has 10 new wetlands in the list. So what are those? Let's see. And let's say total, before that we have how many wetland sites? 64 sites. India is the home of 64 wetland sites. And most importantly, now talking about the 10 new wetlands, out of 10, 6 new wetlands sites, okay, they do existed in Tamil Nadu region. 6 belong to Tamil Nadu, 1 belongs to Goa and 1 belongs to this Karnataka, and also the 1 belongs to Madhya Pradesh and Odisha. Got it right? So out of 10 new wetlands which we are going to discuss in the coming up slide, 6 do belong to Tamil Nadu, 1 from Goa, 1 from Karnataka, 1 from Madhya Pradesh and Odisha. These are the factual information you have to note it down. So the Ramsar Convention. Now let us deal with the Ramsar Convention. So the point is, I told you that Ramsar sites is associated with the wetlands. Why? Because there was a convention which already came into existence in the year 1971. Okay, 1971. That is Ramsar Convention, which is an intergovernmental treaty. Whenever we discuss about this intergovernmental treaty, it is nothing but it is an international treaty. You understand? So international treaty with an objective to provide the framework for national action and international cooperation for the conservation and wise use of wetlands and their resources. Let me decode this. Wetland is a home of used resources. Resources in the form of both the flora and fauna. Okay, resources. And the point it is endangered resources. Endangered species are there, I already told you. You need to conserve them. How can you conserve them? Only through the international cooperation. And international cooperation, first, before going to the international cooperation, every nation should have a national action plan. First of all, as a nation, like let's say, for example, India. First of all, India should have a national action plan. Then it has to sort to the international cooperation in order to conserve its wetlands and wise use of wetlands and their resources. This is the point. This international cooperation, national action plan will be facilitated by which convention? Ramsar Convention. What is the year of the Ramsar Convention? 1971. And this Ramsar Convention is talking about what? It is talking about the wetlands. It is talking about the wetlands. You got it? Now let us see the newly added wetlands. Okay. These are the newly added wetlands, and you already know that out of 10, 6 are from Tamil Nadu only. So, like you have Kulam Bird Sanctuary, that is near Tamil Nadu, Gulf of Mannar Marine Biosphere Reserve, that is Tamil Nadu. Okay, because Gulf of Mannar is a water body which is at the edge boundary between Kerala and Tamil Nadu. Next, Vembanur Wetland Complex, that is in Tamil Nadu. Next, Vellore Bird Sanctuary, that is Tamil Nadu. And finally, last final, that is the Vedantangal Bird Sanctuary, Tamil Nadu. And Udaya Martandapuram Bird Sanctuary in this Tamil Nadu. These were the wetland sites being added to the list of 64 sites we have. Okay, from Tamil Nadu. And one from Odisha, that is the Satkosya George. This is a wetland from Odisha. Okay. And Nanda Lake, it is from Goa. Got it. And you have Ranganatittu Bird Sanctuary, that is in Karnataka, Ranganatittu Bird Sanctuary. And you have Sirpur Wetland, that is in Madhya Pradesh. Sirpur Wetland is in Madhya Pradesh. Okay. So these were the newly added 10 wetlands to how many total wetlands we have? 64. Don't forget this number. Okay. So I hope I'm clear. And let's get to the next topic now. So it is the 3rd anniversary for the abrogation of Article 70. Okay, Article 70. So yeah, basically, if you go back to the year 2019, it was August 5th, okay, where Article 370, okay, which was a special provision for the state called Jammu and Kashmir, was abrogated by the Union government through just an executive resolution, simple. And by passing a law in the parliament, that is Jammu and Kashmir Reorganization Act. Clear? So it is 2022, now August 5th. Okay, and now it is the 3rd anniversary of the abrogation, means repealing, taking away the Article 370. Talking about Article 370, you see, when Britishers have given us the independence, they told to the state to either join the Indian Union or Pakistan Union or to be remain independent. It was like the Kashmir, one of the princely states, it has decided and declared that it wants to be independent. But within 3 months after the independence in October 1947, it was subjected to the invasion by the Pakistan. Now, at that time, the Kashmir king was Raja Hari Singh, where he came to take the help from Indian government. At that time, who was the Prime Minister of India, the first Prime Minister, Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru. Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru. Clear? So the point is, Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru has asked Raja Hari Singh to sign an instrument of accession so that to make Kashmir as an integral part of India. Okay, but Raja Hari Singh has demanded a special provision. So, just for making Kashmir as a part of India, in return, we have given the special provisions to Kashmir in the point of Article 370. What exactly do this Article 370 constitutes? We already have an Indian constitution. But under Article 370, Jammu and Kashmir as a state, it can have a state constitution. So you do have a state constitution, separate constitution for them, separate flag, separate constituent assembly acting as a legislative assembly, separate powers for them. And whatever the constitutional provisions, okay, or new laws made, enacted by the parliament, it won't directly be implemented in Kashmir just like the other states. Because in other states, once the parliament make a law, it will be directly implemented in other states. But in Kashmir, the concerned constituent assembly of the Kashmir, which is acting as a legislative assembly of Kashmir, it has to say, okay, it has to approve that. So these kind of special features have been given under Article 370 to Kashmir which led to many issues from the decades. Recently, the NDA, National Democratic Alliance-led government, it has repealed away the Article 370 in 2019 on the day called August 5th. So now it is third anniversary. Okay, now it is everything about Article 370. And what is about your question, your answer? Now, Article 370 is associated with which state? Jammu Kashmir. And one more thing, after abrogating the Article 370 in 2019 August 5th, the Jammu and Kashmir has been bifurcated into two union territories. One is Jammu and Kashmir Union Territory and the other one is Ladakh. So total how many union territories we have now? 9 union territories we have plus 28 states we have. That is the Union of India. We got it right. So yes, now the Jammu and Kashmir is no more a state. Now next topic. Quality Council collaborates with National Health Authority. So first of all, let me explain you certain organizations here, body you have. First thing, the body we have is National Health Authority, which looks after the health profile of the people in the country. National Health Authority has been taken under the Atmanirbhar Bharat Digital Mission. This National Health Authority, this body has become like a supplementary body. I mean, the body to be used at a competent authority under this scheme, Ayushman Bharat Digital Mission. What exactly it will do, this National Health Authority, got integrated with two technical solutions. That is HMIS. The other one is LMIS. HMIS. What is the abbreviation of HMIS? Health Management Information System. What is the abbreviation for LMIS? Laboratory Information Management System. These were the two ICT-based health establishments. What do you mean by ICT? Information Communication Technology. So, information communication based technology based health organization, health systems are HMIS and LMIS. The abbreviations are very important. Please note it down. These two technical systems have been integrated with the Ayushman Bharat Digital Mission. And what is the wing, to which wing of Ayushman Bharat Digital Mission these two systems, health systems have got integrated to National Health Authority. You got it. And recently, with this National Health Authority, the Quality Council also got collaborated. We have Quality Council of India to check the quality of the services and goods provided. So this collaboration is validated for 6 months because this agreement was made for only 6 months. You got it? Okay, cool. Now let us get to the next topic. Very interesting. World's largest floating solar power plant going to be built in Khandwa, MP. My dear, last time, like in 2022 on June 3rd, the UPSC Civil Service Examination aspirants have given their preliminary examination. And one of the current affairs question asked by the UPSC in Civil Service Examination is this one only. Which of the following places may world's largest floating solar power plant is going to be built? It is in Madhya Pradesh, Khandwa. So this is a direct MCQ, like a direct bit you will be asked. Please be careful about this directives. So the world's largest floating solar power plant is going to be built at which region? Khandwa. Where is Khandwa? Madhya Pradesh. So why to build the solar power plant, floating power plant in Madhya Pradesh? To increase the power generation capacity of the central state of Madhya Pradesh. And the Madhya Pradesh is usually an area where electricity problems are very common. So to address the electricity problems in the region, this floating solar power plant is going to be built in Khandwa, that is in Madhya Pradesh. Okay? And next one thing, Goa Police and blockchain network company called Fire, that is Fire. These both have collaborated to work to build smart policy. So what do you mean by smart policy? I'll tell you. The point is, like paperwork is very heavy okay, in the police department, where the blockchain technology, what exactly the blockchain technology, whenever you hear about the blockchain technology, it is a scientific technology which provides the facility of ledger of transactions. Ledger means history. Like for example, see, you are using PhonePe, and you want to see the last month expenses. Simply, what you will do, you will open PhonePe and you will go to the history part, and that will show you the set of transactions. That is called ledger of transactions. Even the blockchain technology also facilitates the ledger of transactions. Okay, it's a tool. Let's say, fine. So in police department, there will be age-old files that has to be digitized. In order to digitize the age-old files, very important, let's say criminal records, okay, police station records and everything. Goa Police and Blockchain Network private giant called FIRE, they agreed to build a smart policy. So that is that. In order to digitize its operation, Goa Police declared that it had linked, just a minute. It had declared that it had linked an agreement, that is MOU, Memorandum of Understanding, with Blockchain Network 5. On the side of Goa Police, the SP Crime Branch, IPS, Goa Police, not this one. So on the side of Goa Police, you have Nidhi Valsan, is the IPS, Crime Branch SP, and Pratik Gauri, okay, he was the founder and CEO of Fire Technologies, that is blockchain technologies. So both have got into the agreement called a Memorandum of Understanding on behalf of for digitizing the operations by Goa Police. Got it? So Goa would become the first police state in order to abandon the paperwork with the signing of the MOU about FIRE. This blockchain technology form. It was founded in August 2021 by a businessman of Indian descent called Pratik Gauri and Pratik Dvedi and Web3 investor Vimla Matira. This is an extra information for you. The venture reached a $1 billion value in just 11 months. The brand value of this venture is $1 billion, making it one of the fastest Indian startups to do so. Okay. Notably, FIRE is also collaborating with the Muzaffarnagar Police. Where is Muzaffarnagar, Uttar Pradesh? To create a smart predictive police system and get FIRs and employee information on the blockchain, ledger of information. So I hope this is very clear for you. Okay. Now, Amazon India signed an agreement with the Indian Railways to boost delivery. Okay. See, nowadays, the e-commerce sites also providing the delivery services. So Amazon India have collaborated with the Indian Railways. By using the Indian Railways, it can deliver the consignments. Okay, let's say delivery systems, you have Uber, Moto, right? The delivery. And you have a Rapido, you have all these things, right? In the same way, Amazon also is signing with the Indian Railway by to use this Indian Railway to boost delivery. So it is a partnership. So through this partnership, Amazon India will be able to transport packages on more than 110 intercity routes, ensuring 1 to 2 day delivery for its customers by using Indian Railways. That's a great initiative, right? Yeah. Now again, heading towards the economy topic, that is monetary policy rate. Recently, we have